So plan today is to take the same approach of just like cleaning up from the old Game Jam version of the spawning system, um, and adapting it to like the more future looking platform prefab setup, uh, with basically, dynamically spawning stuff, having a static animal list like this static plant list here. So yeah, I'm basically ripping out Game Jam animal spawning. Then I'm going to try and set up a base class for the spawn box, the plant spawn box, so that we can share some functionality. Then to make a variation that's the animal spawn box, then I put it on some platforms, see some animals spawn. And if that takes a reasonable amount of time, I can also reset up the wind from the game jam. But yeah, animals, number one priority. So I think the first step here would be to look at the spawn box and how we want to make a base class here. I guess I should just make a new script here. Wonder if I want to recategorize this with like spawnables or something, but that's a question for a different time. I'm gonna say spawn box base. Open this up. I'm just gonna steal most of plant spawn box, and then I'll get rid of the parts that I don't want to steal. Um, where did I put it? Oh yeah, just this. All right. So spawn frequency, yeah, that's common. Spawn timer, spawn weights, yeah. This spawn plants though is this enum array is where we want to specialize in derived classes. Um, what's the best way to do that? I think, let's see. How is this used? So we return a something. I think easiest way to go here is to put the like the setting in the derived classes so it can be the nice enum type that'll put a drop down in Unity. Um, but internally, I'll just like convert it to int and using it as an index because that's pretty much what I'm doing anyway. Um, so like the actual like shared functionality won't need to be copy pasted. Um, it'll just be the enum that needs to be in each derived class, and it's not even really copy pasted because it's different types and different classes. So here at spawn plants, instead of get plant type, this should be something like uh int get spawn index, because this doesn't need to care that the spawn plants here is a plant type. It just is basically using an array of spawn weights to pick an index. Yeah, that index happens to correspond to a plant, but that's not really important for what the code is actually doing here. Re-add assertions here. Uh, so just grab this and I really should just rename the function. What am I doing? Here, instead of spawn plants I, we just return I, and then here in the should not happen case, just return -1. Great stuff. So then we can get rid of this. Okay. This is just a rename for clarity. Uh, I'm gonna add a to-do here. So yeah, I don't think as I spawn like enemy animals, I probably don't want to parent them to the structure here. I just want to, I want to spawn them with like at top level where the world is their parent. So I think I just need to add param to parent, call impl function from derived. So basically, plant can call like spawn impl and pass fall or true for parenting, and then animal can call spawn impl and pass false for parenting, and then you'll like right here where this parenting stuff is being set, you'll do something slightly different if you don't want to assume parenting is happening. But I'll get to what that thing is at a future time. First, the first step here is just basically set up this base class and then go strip down the plant spawner so it's using the base class and make sure it still works. And then we know like the base functionality works when it's separated out from something else. Then we make a new derived for animals. Okay, so plant type, because this is just it's getting the prefab it's spawning. I think maybe just private virtual. I'll comment it out for now, but I actually want it to be pure virtual, so you cannot instantiate this. That's allowed in C#, right? Oh, maybe it's not. Pure virtual C#. It might just be that I don't know the, oh, abstract. Cool. Virtual, abstract. Or does virtual not go with abstract? Maybe does abstract basically mean virtual? Virtual or abstract members cannot be private. Fair. And then is it going to say abstract can't be virtual? Yeah, it's fine. Spawn is abstract, but it's contained in non-abstract. This is also an abstract class. So just the idea here is now the update, for anyone maybe not familiar, the update routine can call spawn, but the base class itself here doesn't care about what the spawn implementation looks like. It just knows to do its dumb little timer thing and spawn whatever spawn means in the context of the derived class. And if you try and like have a derived class that doesn't overload, doesn't say what spawn should do, that will be a compile error. So you can't. So what else? I think it's good to go from here. I don't see any more plant words. Oh, I guess this spawn plants array. Okay. So let's head over to our plant now, and instead of inheriting a mono behavior, we're inheriting spawn box base. What's the problem? Oh yeah, see, that's what I just mentioned. It's telling me, hey, you say you're a spawn box, but you don't tell me how to spawn. Oh wait, is this plant box? This was the wrong thing. So go back to me. Whoops, go back. We want to look at plant spawn box, not plant manager. Okay. Set up a mono behavior. It is a base spawn or spawn box base, is what I said. Yeah. Okay. Spawn frequency, spawn timer, spawn weights are all taken care of in the base class. Spawn weight sum as well. This It's basically taken care of in the base class. This is in the base class. Okay, so this is our protected override avoid spawn. So that's we have now we tell it how to spawn. So we have our plant type is just our enum, not plant data, so not plant type. Okay, yeah. Of our base class is something like get spawn index. Yeah. So we convert our. Oh, I guess no, it's not a direct conversion. You need to take the spawn index and index into our local array here. So there's no. There we go. Okay. So you determine what plant enum you want to spawn. You get the data of that plant from the plant manager, that like static list. And then you call spawn, which I guess is, yeah, private. I need to go make it protected. What was that? Base spawn box. Spawn box base. I don't like extra white space. Okay. This assert should be over in plant spawn box. Oh, it already is. And the spawn weights will need to be protected for us to be able to assert on it. Wait, yeah. Okay. Check my sound here. That seems fine. I'm gonna turn down my Unity sound. Okay. What was I doing? Right, fixing that assert. I'm fixing protection levels in here. So protected. There's a C in there I'm missing. And that's not where it goes. This should be private. Okay. So why don't I just pin these? Pin, pin. Right, spawn impl needs to be made protected. Looks good. And then this is not necessary. This is being taken care of in the base class. All right. Did that work? Let's find out. Man, this is like the longest compile ever. Why'd you have to compile so much? So we just want to. Oh yeah, there we go. I was about to say, we just want to see plants still spawning successfully from these plant spawn boxes here, because we have ripped out all the code that makes them work and put it in the base class instead. But now that we have that base class, we can take advantage of it to more easily implement animal spawn box. So I think actually should just duplicate this, right? Plant spawn box, rename it animal. Right out to the parent. Fix this organization another time. Gotta fix the names and stuff. Animal spawn box. Okay, we don't have this to work with yet, I think. We have to, so animal manager will be next. So I just have to leave it for now, I think. So it like will compile. Let's just double check it compiles, and then we can move on to animal manager. Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't make any potential problems in setting up like inheritance or whatever. Yeah, there's some plants. I think we're in good shape. Okay. So let's look into this animal manager thing. Oh, I guess if I already have an animal folder, I can throw that in there. Where is it? Scripts. Oh, I'm dumb. I renamed the wrong one. Well, we can fix that. Well, I think you're supposed to fix it inside Unity or Unity gets upset. Oh, whoops. Messing it up inside Unity. All right, animal, spawn box. Why can I not? All right, yeah, move to animal. And scripts. You get this plant spawn box, goes back to plant. There. Happy? Is everyone happy with that? It looks fine. So animal manager. Crumble, this we will not need anymore. These prefabs we're going to want to set up. Oh, cool, we already have types. But these prefabs we're going to want to set up. Oh, actually, I think chicken needs to be out of here. There probably needs to be a flying, non-flying distinction because they're going to spawn differently. Yeah, none of this. Right? This is using the same, like, delayed junk. I'm not going to do any of this. None of this spawn batch stuff. Spawn rat, spawn chicken. Yeah, this is all bad, unnecessary boilerplate. Base right. That I might need. Okay, so let's take a look at how we do this in the plant manager. We have a dictionary of plant data, and we can get it. I think. Let's copy all that junk. Plant manager. I don't know. I guess I will still have the association of plant type and or animal type in prefab. Okay, so hop on over to animal manager. We're gonna add in our, well, under the constants. Okay, rename this animal data, animal data, animal type, AT, AT, AT. I don't think spawn offset Y is a thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll add it if I need it. Okay, then we have a dictionary that associates animal type keys, the animal data values, and plant data, right. And we can get, this is just basically a helper getter that wraps the access to the actual dictionary. Okay, now let's head back over to Plant Manager and see how that's initializing it. Okay, and awake, yeah, simple stuff. Let's pin this as well. Is there already an awake? No. So let's add assertions. This needs to be renamed. This too. Okay, we assert that our static list is null because there should only ever be one of them. So this awake right here should be the only thing that constructs this dictionary of animal type to animal data. Hello, Tice. See Tice in the chat there. Anyway. I actually only need one of these for now. So it's kind of a pointless dictionary in the short term. But in the future, we hope to have multiple things on the ground. There's no spawn Y, new animal data. Wait, is that constructor right? No, it's not. Get out of here, offset Y. We're spawning in rats, and then let's double check that. No, this is not the garden sim game. This was, I mean, you can here it's I can link it in the chat. But it was like the idea of the game was like stay on the platform for as long as you can, and I just throw like waves of junk at you. Which I forget what the theme was, but like it was like chaos or something. So I was just like this was a game jam game. Yeah, it was for Bracky's 2021 game jam. So yeah, a while ago. But what we're doing instead, I don't know if I can. I probably can't play right now. Because get rid of this. Yeah, but I am. It is pretty all this spawn animal batch stuff needs to go away. I'm taking like the base level tech and kind of making a completely different game. I don't know. They're both platformers, I guess, and they both like have plants and animals. But before, where this base platform here would like crumble into the ground and get thinner and thinner over time. Now we're going up. Like platforms are going to spawn upwards. There'll be coins to grab or something. And there's gonna be some like thorns chasing you. So it's like pretty basic platformer stuff. Hopefully I think I can probably like put in little bosses too, like that stop you along the way. But I think what will hopefully look good about this is I want to take this like squiggly line asset pack and make a shader that basically like draws the line. Yeah, I've seen Downwell. Yeah, that reminds me of I looked at Downwell when I did the Pitfall Panic game. Yeah. We're going up instead of down, basically. But yeah, I think the thing that I can do with this asset pack, and I like have the knowledge to do, would be these squiggly line assets. Get a shader to draw them, sort of as they spawn. So you would get like hopefully a cool looking and growth effect. We'll also have this like make this upward line look better. Probably using these same asset stuff and have the platforms kind of sprout out of the line. Yeah, and then switch to, the other asset palettes. It's different enemies and stuff. So yeah, the chunk system I got in here, you can see it's drawing the chunk boundaries and stuff. Gives me a lot of flexibility here to just spawn in lots of random stuff. But yeah, right now it's only plants, so that's the work of today is setting up similar spawn boxes to what I got here to allow animals to spawn. So yeah, back to that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was setting up the static list of animals in the animal manager here. So Unity will only let you dynamically load. Oh, I'm gonna close the game here. I guess I can unmute the audio though, because I turned it way down. Let's see how loud that is. I think that's probably, yeah, I'll make it a little bit quieter. I remember when I was listening back a recording one time, it was way louder than I expected. Or not OBS, Unity. Anyway. Okay, so I want to double check that my rat is in that special resources folder. Because if it's not, Unity will not let you load it dynamically, and it looks like it is not, so we got to go grab it. Probably want to organize that folder at a future time. But, you know, organizing folders and scripts and stuff does not make for engaging content. So let's grab out of prefabs rat and chicken and move them to resources prefabs. Okay. So we should be able to have our static list of rats now. And if I go into animal spawn box, instead of getting a plant manager plant type, I can get an animal manager animal type. Spawn index is the same. This is just shared code. We're just accessing a different array. It could be the same, but you know, for clarity, I'm going to change it. It seems like this could theoretically be even more generalized, but you know, what am I overgeneralizing for? The theoretical future when there's like 20 different types of things I might want to spawn. We don't live in that world. We live in the world where I want to spawn like 3 types of things. So grab our animal data based on our animal type. I'm going to go rename that parameter. That would bother me. And when you use like really, really short names like AT here, they gotta actually be right. They already have enough potential to be confusing. You gotta actually have them somewhat represent their names. All right. So now I have to go look at that assumption I tagged earlier around in the spawn box base here where parenting is assumed. So I think I just need to add bool parent and yeah, spawn X is going to be the same because it's getting that from the bounds of the box. That's the point of the box, is so I can sort of specify the bounds of where I want it to spawn. But all this parenting stuff is going to be conditional. And if we're not parenting, then we just make our thing. I just do vector 2.0. Is that allowed? Or actually, it's just offset, I guess. And no parents. What's the problem? Oh, there you go. Happy now? Yeah. Okay. So we make a thing. It doesn't look like no setting. This is all parenting junk. So this is it. I mean, in theory. We'll find out. Go back to our plant spawn box. It's not going to be right anymore because it's missing a parameter here. True. And then I'm going to steal this spawn function. Oh, wait, I already have it. Spawn impl balls. I'm going to wait. I probably need to get at least the spawn box as Y as my base. I think I was doing that automatically in the parenting path. Yeah, it's kind of like assumed because you just snapping to your parent. So you inherit your parent's Y, but if I don't, then it'll just be at 0, 0 or whatever. Okay. So this is the spawn box, so I don't even need the parent. I just need the thing itself. So transform, I guess I would want something like spawn Y is equal to transform dot position dot Y. And then vector2 spawn pos is new vector2 spawn x plus offset dot x spawn y plus offset dot y. Okay. And spawn pos instead of offset. All right, let's check if that compiles. Yeah, some uninitialized but never used for me, like half quickly turning off the old animal spawning. But the question is anything broken that shouldn't be? And I think the answer is no. All these platforms look pretty normal. Okay. So let's add in one of those things. And I'm not going to put them on the platforms yet. I'm just going to add them in a scene just to get some more immediate feedback and deal with one, make it easier. So let me close out these parenting stuff because I want it to be at the root level. New sprite, plant or animal spawn box. Do I have a square? Debug square? Yep. Cool stuff. Let's say 3 by 0.5. So I want to see rats pop out of there. And what else? Oh, I have to actually give it the component I just made. Animal spawn box. Let's turn up the spawn frequency a lot. Spawn weights, just one, one rat. Cool stuff. All right, that looks correct-ish. I mean, right? Uh-oh, I asserted somewhere. What asserted? Oh, something about dying? Oh, there's an assumption baked in there probably that I would never die until I start the game, but since this is just spewing out rats, including in the start screen, let me put this up so it's less likely to hit me. Oh, that didn't help. But the spawning works. Probably doomed on this one though. I gotta sneak under. And then can I oh my speed seems weird. I think I messed up my speed somehow. Oh, I wonder if that slow flower thing makes it so it accidentally can save. Yeah, a speed that's too high if I go into one of these. That's definitely a bug. I don't want to just make a note of it. There's a good chance I'll forget. I should fix that bug right now. So how did I implement that again? Let's look at our flower prefab. It might be the case that there isn't a bug here. Well, I was definitely moving too quick, so I actually hope it is this. Yeah, slow on trigger enter here. Okay. Yeah, so wow, I've had so many so many bugs in this. I remember the first stream I did was fixing this dumb thing. When I added the flower, which was adding the slow zone, and like I implemented the slow zone in many stupid ways. Uh, and even this is kind of stupid. Um, but here, what we're gonna do here is the problem is, yes, the plants are getting that. Oh, where did I get slow on trigger enter? It was called. Yeah. So yeah, the plants are trying to get the original speed with the idea being, oh, we tried to make it static. I see. So it shouldn't. It should be set to some positive number and never be set again. I guess this is a race condition. Let's do awake. And on top of that, I'm gonna add a concept of get original move speed. Whatever it is when the owner is awake. Protected probably in case I want to hear from this. This reduces or removes the possibility of that error, right? Because the idea that that was trying to do was I'll only get the move speed once as like a static check, and then like the move speed being set functions as a lock. No, I don't have a mutex. I was being very lazy, but I just got rid of it, I think. Now they can all just get it because the player will have one original move speed. It's you go look at the VOD on YouTube. It's incredible how many stupid ways I implemented this, and this final way is still stupid. But we can make it less stupid here, I think. I'm still gonna assert on it. True. This is the same idea as that static plant list where it'll hit the assert if it's ever reset. But like what that would be Unity's fault. Awake shouldn't be called once. That's like the idea of awake. Anyway, instead of getting the move speed at the instant that this happened to occur, we get the newly available original move speed. So it's ignoring any ignoring the impact of like any. Yeah, I guess I should definitely, especially for like some of this boilerplate. I wonder if there's enough open source Unity games available for like Copilot and other AI tools to be like really, really effective in generating like scripts based on descriptions of behavior. Especially like simple stuff like this, like uh slow if I enter this zone. Like I don't like my joy is not in setting this up, you know, it's not in doing this plumbing. Like I don't feel like it's taking my job. Um then I just get to make more content or I just get to work on the things that it can't generate. Anyway, let's make sure this still works. Hopefully that lazy mistake is fixed. It actually, I think, would be slightly difficult to trigger again. I basically need to get hit by a rat, which applies knockback, which changes my speed. At the exact same second a plant spawns, well, sure, that's happening all the time. Oh, I walked into the spawn box. That's happening all the time, but then I need to go find the specific plant that spawned at that instant to do the actual test, which seems impossible. So I'm just gonna ascend a little bit here. I don't know if I can get past this wave of rats. Oh, I made it. All right, and that's plenty of getting hit for plants to be messed up. if I make it a bit higher to where they actually would have been spawning. So I think somewhere around here, just want to make sure these plants are working like I expect them to. Yeah. Oh, am I double slowed? No, I broke it. Yeah, I'm double slowed. Okay, why? Did I not set this up properly? Ah, brilliant. Brilliant. What's the difference between these two? Nothing. Like, do I need to take my limited game dev time to make that mistake? But it's good I found that book. And didn't just like proceed on with the thing I was doing before. That's not gonna work. Oh, I have to go all the way over to the left. Just do lots of walking in flowers. Get messed up if there's still some messing up lurking. It looks like there's not. It seems like my movement is normal. Okay, yeah, that's enough. That's enough jumping around. Cool, fix that bug. So with that bug fixed, need to return back to what I was doing before. Trying to remember what that was. Oh right, we have our test rat spawn box there, like spewing out rats in the beginning. So what I want to do is add properties related to direction. So if I go back to my animal spawn box, I have something like enum spawn direction. And I can go either random. Let's be more verbose. Spawn direction left, right. And I don't know if I want to do this right now, so I'm going to comment it out. But I can imagine I might like the idea to have spawn direction where they run to the outer edge or where they run to the inner edge. I feel like I'm mostly going to be using random for these simple rats. As I go through the platforms, there might be some that stand out as like calling for a particular direction, but I still need this ability. So that's what I left in Animal Manager, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so this little helper function here assumes that, oh, this is the abstract class, this isn't what I want. This is the, so base right, I guess this is fine. But I would also need a private to determine spacing. And we have to have a I guess we want a direction for, actually, no, I don't. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it as a single for now. I was thinking, so I have potentially an array of animals I can spawn that like, and probabilities related to that array. So I'm thinking, do I want the ability to specify direction per element of the array? Maybe sometime long term, but to move things along for now, I think I'm just going to say no. Nothing stopping me from coming back and saying, okay, let's add per spawn box direction. But I mean, the way this works, I could just have more spawn boxes if it's like really, and like split the probability and the frequency. Seems fine. Anyway, spawn direction, m spawn direction, and by default will be random. If spawn direction then we do a roll. Turn if roll equals 1, spawn direction right. I'm pretty sure I've done this before. Pretty sure this is correct syntax. Is it not? So I just need to do this. How's that? You happy with that, compiler? Doesn't look like it. I think I can do this. Go with that. I could have sworn I had used this syntax before somewhere as like the tertiary operator of C#, but I guess not. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, it's not. Yeah, it's fine. If it's not random, just give whatever it is. Okay. And then here in our spawn function, we want to save our spawned thing. And if we're not returning it, we need to. Yeah, it looks like it's not being returned. Let's head over to our base class. Spawn impl returns game object. And then return new entity. Actually, let's just, oh, I already did that to do. Lost a semicolon there. Turn new entity. Okay. So now in Animal Manager, I can get it back after it's spawned. Or not Animal Manager, Animal Spawn Box. I get it back after it's spawned, and I can do some follow-up stuff. And my follow-up stuff in this case is determine facing, if facing equals on direction right, face right, spawned animal. Okay, so hopefully that works. What we would expect to see here is we have our same spew of rats from that one in scene spawn box, but thing should be spewing out of the right as well sometimes, about 50% of the time. Yep, and that is the case. Okay. Good stuff. I think the next step here is to go through the platforms and add animal spawn boxes to some of them, and maybe make some new platforms that are like animal only, like just some new variations of stuff. So yeah, I think this one's fine. Oh, here's what I have to do. I have to go back to my scene. I take this animal spawn box. We're going to make a prefab out of it. I don't think it needs to be dynamically spawned, so we can just make it a normal prefab, not a resource. There, animal spawn box, but on the actual base, 0, 0, 0, position, and the rest, we should set a more reasonable default here. The rest of that looks fine. Get rid of it in the world. Now we head back over to resources. So this big platform will add rats going to both inwards, both sides. And I feel like I almost want to just put it in resources to make it less annoying. Ooh, okay. Just for organizational purposes, it seems like we have an empty node here, so we'll do the same thing. Animal spawn boxes. And we drag our animal spawn box in one. And 0, 0, 1.75 is it? Or 0.75, -3, -5. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to change this color since I'm using white for plants. I mean, I'm going to get rid of the sprites in like actual game builds, but for just having like debug information available, I'm going to make the animal spawn box gray instead. Okay, so let's head back to our other prefab, which is in resource prefab, platform big, animal spawn box. I'm gonna delete it because I think it's not the one I just updated. Grab a new one, drag it in. We parent it to our animal spawn boxes group thing here. We name it 1. Actually, left and right, why not? So put this at -3, 0.75 or so. Or, oh, it's annoying that this is not see-through. Let's make it a little see-through. So from -6, I'll always go right. And then from 6, should always go left. Okay. There's only like 10 guys, so, you know, I should be able to find that platform relatively quickly. Let's do a quick test here. I guess there is some chance that I like climb and just never run into it. But it should be small. I guess there's no like bad luck protection or like deck system. It's just pure random rolls. So it's not impossible. Definitely took longer than I want. Oh, but I see rats coming out the top, so we know it's working. Although, why are they falling through? That's weird. Oh, you know why? Because if they spawn inside I think it's because if they spawn inside the tile map, they just get like. Let's see if I can see it happen. Wait, stop. I just want to make sure they're not at a weird Z or something. I think they're just spawning inside the platform, and half the time they'll get pushed up, half the time they'll get pushed out, down, or whatever. We just want to double check our man makes sense here. Okay, no weird Z. No weird. Oh. I don't know, it has a rigid body and no weird physics stuff that I see so far. I think it is just a matter of them not them spawning inside the box and inside the prefab inside like the platform, so they get forced down sometimes. To test that, I'm going to add a small offset here. I guess I do need, maybe there can be a common offset. Let's make it common for now. It might be the case that if we have different size stuff, we might need different offsets to have a similar like spawn offset in our plant data to in our animal data similar to what plant is doing, but remains to be seen. For now, let's just get our rats spawning consistently in a way that makes sense. So what am I doing? This is a private, oh right, spawn offset Y. Private const float, say 0.7, I don't know. This doesn't look right. Get out of there. I don't even know if I need to jump around. I can probably just find it in the scene view. There it is. Yeah, it looks good to me. They're starting a little bit off the ground. I want to see them spawn here. It seems like, I'm not sure if they're spawning in the right X position. It seems like the one on the right is spawning where it should not. Yeah, see? Why are you here? You're at X of 6, but your plant spawn box is at also 6? Wait, what? Oh, I guess it's just less than 1 away. Or no, it's a different, they're in different spaces from dumb parenting stuff. Okay. Head back to spawn box base. This spawn X, Y half scale. Local scale dot X. Oh, I guess, yeah, one, it extends in either direction. But is local position X correct? I think so. If I say my animal spawn box is, this is their, let's switch to debug inspector. Yeah. So why is this? I guess the negative. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. I need to look at this one. Oh, dang it, I clicked through it. All right. Yeah, +6 with a scale of 3. Okay, so it makes sense that, oh, I see. Yeah, this is just it's a local position is the problem. And we're going to world position. So I think we do this and then this, except if I do world, if I just do position, is it world space? Yeah. So use the local position and iterate on that, whatever, for if you're parenting. But if you're not parenting, just grab the world position of the spawn box. think that should fix it. Alright, come on, platform. Spawn away. Oh, nice. Good luck. These spawn rates look much more correct, but why should I wait around? I should find this platform. It's so annoying there's a UI I click through. There must be some way around that. I'm going to go to their animal spawn boxes. Going to significantly turn up their frequency so we could just stress test this more quickly. Yeah, I don't see... Everything looks like it's spawning in the right spot. In the bounds. I would love to see a second instance of that. Oh, I died. But keeps marching forward. Yeah, that's a future thing. I'll give all of them like a little I'll give them all like little different movement behaviors at some time, but first I need to lay the foundation for being able to spawn them arbitrarily into these platforms, which I think I mostly have. I think we're actually, that's like a pretty good indicator of progress. The bug is fixed. I just need to go through my platforms and just add, I don't know, I guess a couple instances of, platform big 3. Let's go back to this one. Grab our animal spawn boxes to just copy, get rid of this. I have a center one here that is random. Oh, back to. Yeah, I guess that like probably would look way better. You know, it's the like perfect. You can really see it when the spawn frequency is turned way up, but yeah, it's that perfect waterfall that makes it obvious how stupid they're moving. Okay, add some rats going a random direction to this one. I think I can leave most of these smalls. I want to duplicate these two and make animal versions of them. This naming convention is going to be a real problem in the future, I can tell, as I am editing platform small 7. This will also be a good check to see if it's hitting similar issues that the plant was hitting last week, where when it spawns from a raised position, there's a bit of a problem. So we can check for that. Let's grab this. And then that was the left one. Make the right one. Duplicate. Actually, let's go back to my platform small 8, platform small 7. I wanted to, yeah, okay, they are going right. And then here are my plant spawn boxes, animal spawn boxes. I can make this slightly bigger. And have them go to the left. And then in WoW World first, I think it's now the first day is always very boring. They're just farming like tier and special trinkets and stuff. So they have like helpers, they call them, where you have a raid that's like 15 helpers and 5 real people, and the helpers all funnel their gear to the real people, and you're just farming for drops of these special trinkets and weapons and stuff. Yeah, yeah, they do like a week of the patch like landing before they open the raid and stuff. Oh no, last Tuesday was the patch. Today is day 1 of the raid. But these days they have Mythic open the same time as the rest of the raid. It used to be staggered, but not anymore. But what we need to do here is spawn those new platforms, which is just adding them to a similar static list, but I just need to remember what file they're in. Yeah, look at this. Look at this beautiful static list of platform big 1 through 4 and small 1 through 6. Well, we're gonna copy and paste our way to small 8 and big, what is it, big 5? Did I make a new big one or just edit them? If I am gonna be this lazy in naming them, I should just automatically do this. I feel like, you have meaningful names or just load dynamically, like programmatically. But I have not meaningful names and I have to hand load the stuff. Well, I hand load, I type it in once and then I'm done forever, but you know. All right, big 4. I want to make one big animal thing. I will rename them. Like I'll rename something like this, I don't know, like trio plant or something. Trio plant grass. Because like eventually we'll go to these other, like these autumn, this desert, this like spooky tiles. So eventually I'll have like some naming system that encodes like the relevant information, like grass, small, plants, trio or something. But not today. I need all the pieces here before I like make an explosion of content, hopefully. Anyway, I want to slightly edit this because it's like such a distinct shape. Just sort of make something slightly different. Let's go over one more. Okay, we do these interior tiles. I mess up every time. Yep. Confirmed. Messed up again. Bam, bam. And this way. I don't think this is right. There we go. Pop, pop, pop. Let's get some down to 1 plant spawn box. We'll spawn trees in this like little thing here. And I'm gonna have to make this slightly smaller. Wait, that's fine. 3, or no, that's position. Whoops. 0.25, 3.5. 2. This needs to be slightly less. I don't know what the right. Top is 0.7. I guess it's negative 0.25. Or not 0.25, 2.25. Okay. So we'll have trees spawn there. Is it trees? No, it's flowers. Tree. The rest is fine. Maybe make this slightly longer. And let's finish up our right flank here. And have an animal spawn box. Big, 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 big. Oh no, did I? I didn't duplicate. Here, right. That's okay. We can fix this with the magic of source control. So what we need to do is, yeah, just in case people are not following, I can elaborate. I just copied over basically what was previously here, the 3 thing with trees in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is I renamed it to Big 5, which is what I would want it to be. Then we're gonna open up version control. This is a advertisement. If you're a developer out there, use version control. You can one button fix your mistakes. So here I find it's like, oh, you deleted Big 4, right? Because here I make this bigger. No, I can't. But it's saying you deleted Big 4, platform Big 4, because I overrode into it, then I renamed it. All I should have to do here is revert, reset the changes to these 2 specific. Is that the right hotkey? Let's do it just in case. Reset. Oh yeah, R. Reset file or directory changes to these 2 files. Pop back over to Unity. Oh, there it is. Mistake removed with the magic of source control. Thank you, source control. But we're not updating Git right now. All right. Was I done platform Big 5? No, I need those animal spawn box. Do I still have it? Yep. Awesome. 1.75, 0.75, and then we just move it over to, like, let's say here, -5.5, and they can go either way. They can either go down the hole in the middle or over the right edge. I don't know, something like that. And then we add Big 5 to our list of platforms here. Yeah. Have you tried getting good? Why even save? Just save when the project is done. All right, so what do I expect to see? Oh yeah, just a greater variety of things that are spawning animals, which I am. Oh, did I? Oh, I guess they need like a spawn animation, or they're like spawning right into my body immediately, which doesn't feel fair. I guess I can have them burrow up out of the ground like plants. Yeah, stuff looks like it works. Oh no, I fell. Oh no, I'm gonna fall again. See, if this were a game, there'd be a rising column of vines here that would kill me there. But we're not there yet, unfortunately. See, this is a case where I might like it to be able to specify outer or inner. Because, like, I don't know, I don't like it here when they're both going outer. I'm gonna try one quick fix that mentioned in chat there. Just give these guys more gravity. It might just make their stuff look immediately better for like changing one number. It's triple gravity. Yeah, I think that looks better. I might even turn it up a bit more. Is that the right guy? This is Rat, right? Yeah. I do think I want to do that stuff I mentioned earlier, like you know, giving them all like a little quirky movement, like that's something specific to them. Oh, that guy doesn't know how to jump. They should also know how to jump, I think. That, or if they don't know how to jump, I need to figure out the spawning algorithm in some way that they can never get in that case. There, this guy here who's running, he will run into that wall forever. And also, jumping off the sides, this looks bad. I don't think it's the end of the world. They should just like, if they're far off the side like that, they should like delete themselves or something. Maybe when they reach a certain terminal velocity, they just fade away. Maybe I just have like some invisible walls that only hit animals that are a bit closer. Because then they'll be falling flat. I think they just need two things. They need a velocity cap. So like, yeah, go faster, but don't be like getting fast enough that you're basically flickering through the screen. That looks bad. I don't know if 30, I mean, I assume I put 30 as a good default, but it's honestly, it's probably from some other game, so who knows. Let's just see if that addresses. Yeah, I think that looks more reasonable. But at the same time, I think they should just, if they're like falling significantly off their start platform, like into the abyss. I don't know what a good way is to check for like the abyss though. Oh yeah, I guess I could. Maybe there should just be flat out hurt boxes on the far sides. And it won't look like it makes sense now, but it will look like it makes sense later. I'm pretty sure these guys already, yeah, spawn on destroy. Oh, that's just for spawning particles. Uh, destroy on clamp. Yeah, I could do this. This would make it so any clamper I set up can kill them if their movement gets clamped. And then I just add I don't think there actually are being clamped right now though, is the problem. But then I just add a clamper, which so Q is my like components MCL for movement clamp, I think. Yeah, AABB. You know, and then that's axis aligned bounding box. I guess let me just use a box to get an idea here. Just put this at 0, 0, and then just see how wide we would want it to be. Maybe 32. Yeah, so that's like the very edge of the screen. If you hit the edge of the screen, well, wait, is this unity scaling? Hold on. Just make sure we're looking at it at 100%. Okay. Yeah, so this is still like pretty much the edge of the screen. So 32, and then the vertical's got to be like a gazillion because it's just going to go up forever. So that's 16 in both directions. Let's get rid of you, new sprite. Go to our rat. This movement clamper, center, 0, 0 is fine. Extent, I'm going to put 10,000. Hopefully that's enough. It probably won't be at some point, and I'm going to forget. And I'm going to be like, why are these guys not spawning anymore? But extent 16 in both directions. All right, so this means if they go beyond 16 in either direction, they will get their movement clamped, which will trigger this like destroy on movement clamp thing. And they'll die. Hopefully, let's see. About to die? I don't think so. You do not look like you're dying. Yeah, it's definitely going out further than they should. What's up, rat? Why aren't you working? 16 is a billion. So, did I do the math wrong somehow? Is it only 8? Let's pause. You, what is your position? 17, yeah, why aren't you dying? Did I misunderstand what this script does? Clamper, on enable, and on movement clamp, destroy self. I don't know. I think maybe when they're falling, it doesn't count because they're not like picking a movement, they're just falling. I don't know. I don't think so. Let's see if this is hitting. Okay. Yeah. Oh wait, this is just setting up the callback, sure. It thinks it's destroying itself. If you're not being destroyed, now you're being destroyed. Invoke destroy owner. I mean, here we are. Why aren't you destroying yourself, guys? Maybe they are? Maybe... I actually have no idea. Let's try and significantly reduce the AABB and see if we can get it to trigger more reliably. Runtime, resources. Where'd you go, resources? Oh, I'm in the wrong project. I'm in the like tools project. So we expect them to destroy themselves quicker now. They definitely aren't, though. I wonder... I want to check something. I wonder if it is actually... It has to actually break both sides somehow. Like, it actually has to fall to negative 10,000, and that's when it's finally dying. So we should be able to see that if we start the game. We shouldn't see any begin destruction for a while, and then when we first see it, we should be able to observe the properties on the thing being destroyed, and we can see if it's in an extreme position. Okay. This base, or is it base? How do I get game object from here? I thought it would be under this. Oh, wait. 20? Where are you getting 20? Wait. Oh no. I think I know. I was wondering why there was already a destroy clamper thing on there if there was no AIBB, because there already is. So it's getting the first one and using the properties from that. So we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna reduce it to the 16 we want and increase this to like the bazillion. I guess I have to go up. I have to see them or open up the scene. Ah? Doesn't seem like it still. Let's look in the scene. Oh no, they are. But they actually just, it needs to be slightly smaller is all I think. And also I want them to play their death animation. I don't know why they're not. Oh, probably just because they're off screen. Or, no, it needs a delay. Right? Destroy on clamp. Yeah, so it needs a delay to have a chance to fire callbacks. I had it at 0 delay because I figured the previous use of this AIBB was it fell out of the bottom of the screen, which falling out of the bottom of the screen, I don't care if you play your particles, but now I do want you to play your particles if you hit the edge. It'll look weird for now, but yeah, if we can get vines going up the side, it'll make sense. So we added our delay, so our callback can fire. Anything else need to be done here? Destroy and start, no. Destroy and start. Is this the same thing? No, it's fine. Wait a second. Am I doing this wrong? I think this might be wrong as well. Yeah, we'll see. Is a destroyer? Is this already a destroyer? Yeah. So this is another set of stuff that's incorrect. There. I think now we should be good. So we want to see rats spawn, and if they hit the side, no, they're still just instantly dying. Let's pause and grab one. Pause. Okay, he is at negative 15.3. He should have destroy on clamp, 0.4 delay, spawn, death burst, spawn on destroy. So you get the destroyer, you add, aha! Look at this laziness from the game jam times. I'm like me wondering like, why isn't this working? Yeah, no. Can't believe I left that in the common component. That's pretty lazy of me. The whole idea of stuff like this is, oh, I guess spawn and destroy, it's not a common component. It would be like DST or something. Destroyer interface, spawn on destroy or something. Alright, rats, I want you to die and I want you to spawn death particles. There's a rat. It's coming down. Coming down. Yeah, I guess it kind of works. I know, it's kind of funny looking. Maybe I should also give them like a max fall distance. Oops, I died. Cause it does, I don't know. Actually, I should jump around and see if it feels unfair. The spawning from nowhere with no spawn animation and no warning, potentially right on top of you, especially if I get rid of these gray boxes that are like serving as a warning. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. It's a little funny, but it's also a little much. So yeah, I might need to look at ways in which that is slightly constrained, especially since it plays a sound. It should at least not play a sound. Because yeah, as this gets taller and taller and like no rats are gonna stop spawning, it's just gonna, yeah, eventually get over the top. But actually, with like the canopy covered kind of deal you have, it doesn't actually feel bad to it doesn't feel that bad for them to be coming down from the top. And the other thing is, it's just like unregulated growth right now, just going straight up as time increases. But if it's only ever spawning like 1 or 2 chunks above you at most, then I don't really see it being a huge problem. Yeah. So what's next? I mean, we have our rats integrated into our platforms. Sure, here's some, have them spawn top downs, go out of bounds. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, you have like basically like a circle buffer of rats, and you're like, hey, I need a rat. He's like, do you have a supporter rat in the system right now? Just probably, I don't know that it ever would be hit in just like a dumb little 2D game. Like the performance is very flexible. But it could say like, yeah, hey, I'll do 1,000 rats at once, or yeah, that's like even way too much. Like 100 rats at once. Like how many can reasonably be on screen for the player to interact with? Probably like 20. So you also have like a careful cap of like the progressing systems like that, and to keep it from going out of bounds. I don't know. I feel like I might need to get into the like the thing chasing you, and because then from that context I can do those sort of like um what's the word, the chunk stuff. Unfortunately, I think that's probably too large at this time for this stream. So what I am gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna commit my rat changes with my animal spawn box, moving my prefabs here. It's all good stuff. Updating some prefabs, adding some new platform prefabs. Cool. This is just more prefab moving. This is changing the level. Animal manager. Yeah, we commented a lot of stuff out. Cleaning this up will be a to-do for me, but that's an off-stream type thing probably. So we'll just commit it for now. So our animal spawn box, yep, inheriting from our spawn box base that we made. Plant spawn box got changed to also inherit from that base. Platform spawner having our new platforms. This was that bug in slow on trigger enter. Do you use I definitely like having I agree with you. I just use the command line to do get things most of the time. Not here. I don't have like a nice setup here, but like work and stuff. But I do want like you view diffs in the command line. That I do not like. I need a GUI to view get diffs like this, where I'm just doing like the quick look through sanity check. Like here I notice spawn plants. Get rid of that. Spawn box base has some commented out code that it doesn't need that we can get rid of. Since this is like, we're adding it now, you know what I mean? This isn't like cleaning up legacy code. This is the thing I just added. So refresh, looks good. Oh yeah, that's what I do as well. I should get VS Code on here. Yeah, yeah. At work I took the time to like instead of using a collection of tools, get VS Code plugins for like every type of thing I might need to do. And now I just have like 4 or so VS Codes open all the time that just like each one can manage its own work stream. VS Code is great. So yeah, that's another thing I might try to do offline is improve the environment a little bit. I think Unity technically can do source stuff, but I don't want it to. What are comment anchors? Let's take a look. Is it like is it just it's like a markdown heading type thing where you can like make a table of contents basically? Yeah, it's definitely nice. All right, let's re-add our chickens here. I think there should be time for that. So in our animal manager, we need a different list, I think. That is our flying animal data. Dictionary, animal spawn data. I guess I think what I want here is, yeah, I want a separate list to handle them differently, but I need the ability. Let's get rid of this for a second. I'm gonna go back over to my spawn box base, and I want to add the ability to do vertical instead, right? So I can do something like maybe I should just determine it. Like if I say private bool vertical, default false, but on awake if my transform dot local scale dot y is greater than. Dang, that's, yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, you bristle at subscription prices and stuff, but I don't know. You put it in terms of something. Like what does that cost me for 5 years? Like $600? How many sets of 5 years do I have in my life? Like 10? 10 left? So, but yeah, I might want the ability to explicitly set it, but for now I'm just gonna use the heuristic that if you are taller than you are wide, you probably want to spawn vertically instead of spawning horizontally. Yeah, yeah. It's like I was saying earlier, it's not like no one is, oh yes, boilerplate code. Awesome. Probably 2 bit spawn position, local, and vertical is already on the class, so basically taking this logic. Well, I don't know. This is actually what I want. I just don't think that's it. Because the problem, it's like this parenting and getting a position are two different things, and like this is doing some before and after stuff to make sure the parenting takes place properly in the plant case or the general local thing case. So I think we basically, where are you getting the y? Transform to local position dot y plus offset. Okay. So if vertical, leave that for now. I'm gonna have a general spawn x and spawn y. I think. Trying to think through the cases of like use cases I'm not even using yet. But here we can say, basically want these to be reverse things, where here the spawn x is that, but in this case, oh wait, no, that's the else. Here it's that, but for vertical, oops, page up. Instead it's spawn y is, guys, have scale x. Ooh, actually, why don't I just make this a vector 2? Half scale. Can I do x, y? If only. I feel like that's a thing I should be able to do. There. And then here I can do half scale out y. Why are you doing this to me, comma? Y stuff. But here we stick it on x stuff. Okay. Parent transform, probably the same in both cases. Don't need to care about that. I guess in this case, our spawn y is this. Yeah. I'm doing it kind of weird, but it's fine. Oh, I need the parent transform. Okay, so that's the y, right? Because that's where I would spawn it. There's some like, oh, I guess the y gets applied first, then the x gets applied after. So the x is in local. Ugh. Right, then no, that makes sense. That makes sense. But only makes sense for this one. It only makes sense for the non-vertical case. But in this case, yeah, well, not local position. Well, yeah, because this is the local one. Or you just have to blah, blah, blah. The spawn X. Is just parent transform dot position dot X. And then here in our instantiation, we set the X first in world. And then set the Y instead in local. And then are we done? This is that. Oh wait, no, yeah. Oh, and then plus equals offset seems fine, I think. And local scale, yeah, applying scaling is fine. Wait, why is the Y scale 0? Why was this allowed? How did that not break? Let's double check everything still works. And if it doesn't, we can go to source control. Magic of source control, shout out. Good, stuff still spawning? Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like the positions are all still good. I guess none of them are using that new vertical path, but this at least confirms that I did not mess up the existing horizontal path. I need an animation to play here. Because I gave those rats a death delay, this is like a tangent that I just randomly noticed, but because I gave those rats a death delay and they don't have a death animation, let's see, what do I'm pretty sure I have something for this already. Q spawn on collision, no. Spawn, move, jump, camera stuff. This is health stuff. No, oh wait. Oh no, yeah. I have an animation fade controller. And I have an animator even. What's going on in this animator? Why aren't you animating? Rat walk. Oh, I see. Interesting. So they don't have a death animation. You know what? I'm gonna flag that to myself. Come back and add death animations once we get chickens spawning. Oh yeah, I've been seeing YouTube content on Solaris. I don't know how much I will get into it though, given uh-oh, I hit an assert. Given the WoW patch also hit today. I'm probably gonna be playing a lot of that later in this week. But why did my assertion fail? That's the real question. I have no idea. Oh, something about a timer? Random buffer is less than duration? I truly have no... Oh, I just disabled something, that's all. Oh, no, I added a component that I didn't set the values of. Oh, 88%, that's pretty good. What was the previous one? I think it might have even been like somewhat negative. Cause yeah. Even I, as like a Stellaris superfan, arguably, didn't find a lot to like. I mean, that's the one that added a Why are you asserting? You're making me angry. Oh, I didn't. Did I not save that? That's the one that added those like special story origins. Where you have to like break away from your either your slavers or something else. Wait, I'm seeing something weird happen. Oh, dang, I messed something up. All right, source control, show me what I messed up. But yeah, there were like pre-canned origins where you would break free and then like go seek revenge on your slaveholders or something, your owners. I tried to play that like once or twice. This should be why, but I don't think that's my problem. Transform local position dot x negative half scale half scale. Scale is local scale dot x dot y half xx xx. We did I never apply the transform, I think? Parent Oh no, the parent transform is applied here. Okay. Identity spawn y, in which case is parent transformed up position, so that should be the same. Oh, and then I'm missing this local position set after, that's spawn x. No, I have that. Oh, it's this. I remember now. I was like, why in the world did I want a y scale of 0? This makes no sense. I bet I meant 1, but I did not mean 1. The way the plant grow thing works, the way the plant grow thing works is it's like stretching up. So it's like doing this lerp or like, no, a weighted lerp to stretch up from nothing, so it makes it look like it comes from out of the platform. But yeah, so the reason I was seeing flickering there is because it gets one frame where its scale is 1 from that change I just made, and then the plant grow takes over and it does its lerp to set its scale to like 0.1 or something, and it flickers down immediately in 1 frame. So that's what was looking bad there. And also, again, we shout out source control. If you had a similar problem, you could pour through your files and try and see, oh, what have I changed recently? Why is this bug introduced? Or I can get one single file that I've changed. It shows me what it used to be, and you saw me. I went through bit by bit. Okay, what is wrong here? The thing I found left after accounting for everything else is this changing from 0, changing to 1. Reminded me of the plant growth stuff, bug fix. Well, I'm talking a big game. Let's set it to 0 and make sure the flickering goes away. Yeah, I think I'm looking for flickering and I don't see it. You notice it on the trees because they're tall. And all these trees look fine again. Oh yeah, and I was also just testing that I did not break my spawn logic. Which it seems like I have not. I already feel like there's more going on. There's too many rats, and the death sound quickly gets annoying. But it already makes it feel like there's like more stuff to do, more stuff going on. Oh, I just hit like 4 rats that got trapped in that corner. Yeah, maybe that'll probably be the task of next week, is to improve this behavior a little bit. And then I'll get to wind after that. Anyway, the spawning is fixed. And another win for source control. But the reason I added this vertical path, and I didn't even care about the parent one, so I'll need to test that at a future date. I cared more about this one. because I want to be able to spawn world space chickens from a horizontal spawn box. So I like just have a horizontal or a vertical line that chickens flow out of. Let's see if we can get that. If I'm vertical, well, no, this is the else case. And in this case, spawn X, we just need to flip these basically. Let's just have this in a common path. It doesn't seem like I need to have it different like I did for parenting. Semicolon, set it again here, and then we can spawn in the common path. Okay, let's double check that did not break our rats. Rats should not be going down the vertical path, so it should be the same code as before. Looks like they're fine. Alright, we're good here. So now let's try and make that vertical spawn box. Let's go to our prefabs, resources, prefabs. Animal spawn box. Oh, it's not a resource. It's just a normal prefab. Duplicate. Rename this one vertical animal spawn box. Get out of the animator. 0.5 and 3, basically just the other way. Let's do pretty fast frequency while we're testing. Over a wider area. Switch this to chicken. But now we need to go into the animal manager and add chicken to our list. I was originally thinking of having a flying list distinction, but I don't know if that's actually necessary. I guess the future will tell, but for now it doesn't seem necessary. It seems like it can be contextual, where I just set chickens on the things where I want things to fly out of. Like, this is just spawning stuff. It doesn't need to care what it does after it spawns, I don't think. Oops, go back. Chicken. Place all these copy paste chickens. Okay. And then spawning chickens, spawn direction is not going to be random. I'm just going to put it on the right side of the screen and hope to see things spawn in left. And I'm going to rename the game object as well. Oh, whoops, it didn't like that I did that. Oh my gosh, I did the same freaking thing. This is more annoying to fix with version control, I think. I just duplicate this. Now I call it truly vertical. Okay, now I have truly vertical. Now I can go into version control. And again, in this case, it won't show a deletion, but it will show change to animal spawn box. Just revert that change. All praise be to glorious source control. Yep, animal spawn box fixed. We have truly vertical. Let's get rid of this one. And then we do vertical animal spawn box. Make sure it's, yep, spawning chickens to the left. All right, let's throw it in the scene. Oh, beautiful. First try. How often does that happen? Although this is probably unwinnable. Maybe? No, I don't. Ah, yeah, got through. But I'm not really sure how I want to do this for now. The new empire effects on authority. You mean like the ethic? I don't know what you mean by on authorities. To have like I think a good midpoint here though. Like dictatorial. Oh, yeah, those didn't matter that much anymore. Are you saying that like controls how you can set up your council or what traits you can get or something? But yeah, what I'm gonna do for now as like not because I want to think about how I'm doing flying stuff because it doesn't necessarily need to be tied to the chunk. It could be like a more global sense. I don't, it's not clear what benefit you get from being in the chunk, except it's more like the ability for contextual difficulty. So maybe you can just read the current chunk and consider that. But yeah, anyway, a middle point before I like think through how that's gonna work, I'm just gonna parent it to the camera. I think this should work. Where we just these spawn boxes will just follow the camera, and so it'll constantly be with the player because the player is um, whatever, moving. The camera's following the player. They give empire-wide effects and a bonus empire effect per skill level of leader. Like, are the effects of similar flavor to what the authorities used to give? Like, I think oligarchic gave faction unity gain, right? But yeah, so we have our left box go left, our right box go right, and now it should be just like an onslaught of chickens from both directions. And that is what it is. Oh, I have to turn this down. Yeah, this is not playable. I can't even test if they're gonna follow me properly. I want them to be a little bit bigger, because it'll spread out the spawns more. I mean, like the numbers just turned up to be too high, but I also want them to be bigger. Civics now give you, oh, I like that a lot. I just like that for flavor, if nothing else. I don't know how deep it'll end up being on a gameplay perspective, but I like that, like, if I'm the shared burdens, I have, like, my minister of the people or something, like my king communist. Or I bet Megacorp has some funny ones too. All right, let's cut the spawn rate in a factor of 5. Does that make it playable? Yeah, I think so. Looks like that spawned at the top. Yeah, we're getting a good diversity of spawn locations. I haven't seen anything yet to suggest that the calculation is wrong, but we want to keep ascending for a little bit, because if the calculation is wrong, it'll probably be like growing wrong over time. Oh, I failed the damage boost. I thought I was being so clever. Oh, now I'm knocked down further. That would be a death in a game version of this. All right, sneak over. Damage boost? No. Oh, I'm bad. Or am I good by default, being the only player of this game? At least this version of it. Yeah, something's got to be done about these rat noises. Chief morale officer, just making sure the vibes are good in the corporate hedonism. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good spot. Like I said, I need to think a little bit more about how I want to integrate flying stuff, but at least for now, we got our animal spawning. It's good stuff. Um, so yeah, what I think I'm gonna look at next time is what makes something a gigacorp? Is it just like size? Is it like tall megacorp? Sure, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna let's finish up here. I'll do the outro thing. Um, so yeah, and yeah, I'll get you in Slack or Discord. Uh, yeah. So what do we add? Um, we made a base class out of our spawn box. We fixed our plant spawn box to inherit from that base class and made a new animal spawn box that also inherits from it. We added animals to some platforms, rats specifically, and we modified the spawn box tech so it can have a vertical line. And then we're spawning chickens from that vertical line, which is just currently following the camera for now, which gives it pretty much the position we want. But some future thought will need to go into how this interacts with chunk height and difficulty. Um, so yeah, next time I think what I'm going to do is deal with the rat death thing. I like the concept of it, but maybe they shouldn't play their noise, or there should be a maximum amount of noise played at once. There's also potentially some tweaking of maybe the velocity cap, or if they fall too far, maybe they die. Like I mentioned before, they also need a spawn animation. Right now, it feels incredibly unfair, and I can see the spawn boxes, so it would be uber unfair if I couldn't even see that. It feels like you randomly take damage because 1 frame ago there was nothing there. Um, and it's not even like something ran into you, it just spawned on top of you. So yeah, I think improvement of animal behavior is on the menu for next time. And I know I did a lot of for previous times I've been pretty hedgy, like oh maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do a weekend stream. I am hereby promising to you, the assembled internet, that I will do another Saturday. I will do a Saturday game dev stream this week. Um, Following up on that animal behavior stuff. It'll be sometime after like 1 o'clock Pacific or so, sometime in the like early Pacific afternoon. We'll be doing some more game dev in addition to the weekly streams that will be always on Tuesday around this time, 6 or 6:30 Pacific. Um, so yeah, thanks for tuning in if you did. Follow on Twitch. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, subscribe there, like, do all the things. I'm on Twitter. All my things are Quiet Bench Sen, so yeah, it's pretty easy to find. Know where to find me if you want to. And see ya.